Phones. We all got them, and we all spend at least 2 to 5 hours a day on them, and sometimes a little bit more. They have become a huge part of how we communicate with others and so much more, along with social media, which more than half the population who has a phone owns. Like our phones, it has become a normal part of our lives and social interactions, but has it become something that causes more harm than good? Today, I will be discussing the role social media has in our lives and some of its negative effects. Then I will go over the causes of these negative effects, and finally, I will talk about how to reduce these effects. As someone who has had social media all of my adolescent life through young adulthood, I have had firsthand experiences with the damage social media causes on multiple aspects of one's mental health and self-esteem, like many others. I've even deleted all social media platforms about a year ago due to these effects. In the next few minutes, I will be shedding light on the topic of social media and how it is affecting us, along with these effects are caused, and finally, I will go over how to reduce them. Everyone who has social media is aware that it isn't always good per se. While it does provide a fun, engaging experience to share wonderful moments in our life, there is also a dark side, which most people are already aware of. While teenagers and young adults are hit the hardest by these harmful effects, they affect everyone in many different ways. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research 2023, a study of social networks' influence on housing prices showed that social interactions through influencing housing market beliefs also affects individual leverage choices in the mortgage market, which shows that social networks such as Facebook, Instagram, and more influence things in our economy such as housing prices. Doing so creates an imbalance in the housing market and can cause prices to rise. This also happens with many products such as clothing and other household items that become famous through social media. Another study done by the National Bureau of Economic Research looked into social interactions and public health behavior and found that friends can influence individual beliefs about the risk of disease and thereby induce them to engage in mitigating public health behavior. An example of this would be when COVID-19 first happened and everyone was sharing it through social media, and then every single store ran out of toilet paper, which was not fun. These studies demonstrate the economic and social behavior social networks have in influencing specific behaviors and changes. According to Simpler in 2023, about 1 in 5 U.S. adults get their political news primarily through social media. The study also finds that those who get their political news primarily through social media tend to be less well-informed and more likely to be exposed to unproven claims than people who get their information from traditional sources. Fake news is a huge issue that is linked to social media. It has become very hard to distinguish actual fact from lies, which usually does more harm than good for those who misuse the information or use it to fuel others' anger on a subject and more. According to Columbia University 2023, social media can also provide platforms for bullying, exclusion, unrealistic expectations about body image, and sources of popularity. Normalization of risk-taking behaviors, and can also be detrimental for mental health. This is another huge issue that everyone using social media has faced at least once. While social media was made to bring people together, it has also become something that drives people apart. It creates a shield for people to hide behind and hide themselves and hurt others. Now moving on to some of the causes of this problem. The two main causes of these negative effects are the acceleration advancement of technology and the lack of limitations and censorship of information. The first contributing cause to the problem is the huge advancement of technology and the sharp increase of social media platforms. In the past decade, it has sent a shock through society. According to Simpler in 2023, the development of mobile technology has played an essential role in shaping the impact of social media. Across the globe, mobile devices dominate in terms of total minutes spent online. They put the means to connect anywhere, anytime, on any device in everyone's hands, which is an amazing advancement in technology, but this advancement now takes away most time spent interacting with others in person. The second contributing cause to the problem is the lack of limitations on information. Nelson stated that people can share incorrect information and present it as fact, and others believe it to be true. While it is an excellent way to learn things and has an abundance of information, there is very little censorship on incorrect and correct information. Along with this, personal information and security can be hacked and shared on the internet, according to Arkham 2017. This incident has mostly been done through Twitter and Facebook, where accounts have been hacked in the past and the programmer had posted materials that influenced the person's lives. These platforms don't always have very well equipped security with people's information, which can be very dangerous, as shown. Now that I've gone over the effects and causes of social media, I will now discuss how to reduce and eliminate these negative effects. The biggest thing that can reduce these negative effects is reducing your phone usage, which can be done in many different ways, listed by JED Foundation 2023, such as using an app tracker to track the amount of time you're spending on social media apps, delete social media apps from your phone to make it harder to access them at all times. If you don't want to delete them entirely, that's okay. You can just move them into a folder or away from your main home screen. That can help decrease your time on them. Turn off push notifications. Notifications are designed to get you to use each app, which increases the likelihood that you will start scrolling. Turning them off can help you stay off apps. Doing these things will allow you to be less dependent on these apps and concentrate on other things that are less negative. Today, we went over the negative effects of social media and the two main causes of these negative effects, along with some ways to reduce them. Social media can be fun and exciting way to learn and engage with others around you, but it is important to understand how to balance it and educate yourself on how it can affect you so you are aware and are able to prevent too much damage. A lasting thought that I will leave with you is go outside, exercise, prioritize face-to-face connections. Our lives are not our social media accounts. Live your life for yourself and not to satisfy others. Thank you.